The pressure is on business at this moment, I suspect, because business got a huge tax break. They're benefiting from all the deregulation of the last year and benefiting from the idea that there's not going to be any new regulation coming down the pike. But that puts business in the difficult position. They must perform. They must pass along all the money that's going to accrue to them. They're going to have to pass it through to America. They're almost on trial, aren't they?
Well, many of those companies are already doing that, Stuart. You saw really at the moment, practically at the moment the tax legislation was signed into law, companies responded immediately by committing future investments into their companies and committing immediate investments into their employees. Many of these companies, I saw just Southwest Airlines joining the fray recently, that $1,000 bonuses for their employees and owing that to the tax cut, tax reduction package. We know, in addition to the regulations being rolled back that have been really unfair to property owners and taxpayers and business owners and job creators. So I look at it slightly differently through a more positive lens, perhaps, than what you just characterized. You're saying, are they on trial? It sounds a little negative. I'd say, positively speaking, American companies have every reason and very little excuse to not share in those savings into their workforce. And if they don't, workers can go somewhere else. That's what will happen in a booming economy that lifts all boats. Workers can say, I'm not being treated fairly here, my wages didn't increase, or the benefits packages aren't competitive with another employer, and maybe they'll look around for a different position.
Last year, it was all Russia, Russia, Russia. That dominated the headlines for most of the year. Now it seems that it's more like Comey struck Hillary, Huma Abedin, etc., etc. Does the president believe that there is indeed a deep state conspiracy underway in the federal bureaucracy to undermine him?
Well, you've read the president's tweets to that effect, and I'll let them speak for themselves. But I would remind us all that this president has said for months now that he respects the rank and file in the FBI. We know it's a bureau of about 25,000 or so men and women, most who are doing their jobs incredibly well. But there's great concern, given the evidence that we now have of people individuals actively working against Donald Trump, the candidate, and president-elect candidate, trying to stop him from taking office, saying some really terrible things about him. People are allowed to have a political viewpoint. Certainly they're allowed to express support for one candidate and not the other. But this took on a whole new level of a very small group of people who were in charge of different investigations. And I think what the president is asking for is what America expects, which is parity and fairness in these investigations. These investigations cannot be politically tainted, and these investigations should be about anyone who's under the microscope here. But there's a great concern about these emails being on a private account with classified information. There's great concern that Hillary Clinton deleted 33,000 emails and bleach-bitted a bunch of them. I mean, that's part of why she lost. People didn't trust her. They thought that she was not transparent or accountable. They wonder if more severe punishment would come their way as individual citizens had they done something similar or the same. And so we're just asking for fairness in the investigations. But this White House continues to comply with all requests for information in the investigation.